Hello again, Year Sixes. I'm here again. I'm back, and here, as ever, for this maths this week is my trusty maths dog, Super Maths, Super Ziggy. Here he is. Anything to say before we get started with our lesson for day 2, Ziggy? No, nothing. Didn't think so. Today, I hope that yesterday went okay. I think that prime numbers are really interesting and fantastic. And today, we're looking at something else that is interesting and fantastic. And again, I'm just going to show you the learning reminders, but I wanted to talk through them because there's lots going on. And hopefully, before today, you would have had some pieces of paper dropped off that you're going to get your scissors out and cut out today. So we're looking at Napier's rods. And I think some of you might have done this a little bit this year, but they're amazing. Multiplication, easy, okay? It's fantastic, and you're going to test them to see if they really do work. And John Napier was a Scottish mathematician who was quite interested in calculation, and he thought it was pretty cool. And he found a really interesting way. He made some special number rods, which were always the same, that he could use to work out any calculation, all right? And actually, people just used Napier's rods for a long time, just to do calculation for 200 years. It says here, until eventually computers began to do it. Calculators got started, and they weren't needed anymore. So we don't use them anymore, but they are fantastic. Okay, and you can see them here how they work. All right, so you can see here's the 4 ones, and hopefully you can see a pattern going down in those 8. 12, 16, 20. You've recognized that pattern. Fantastic. And the same thing is true of all of them. Yeah? Here's 8, and then we've got 16, 24, 32, 40. And he's got these dashes in between. So it splits up the tens and the units of each multiple. Okay? Of each multiple. And they go down the grid. Okay? Now, to use them, okay, here is 5, 2, and 4, and we're doing 524 times 3, so 524. We put them in order. We make sure we get them so we wouldn't order them just upwards. We would find the 5 and the 2 and the 4, and then if we're multiplying by 3, we just go down to the third row. All right, and so we've got 15, 06, and 12. Okay, so we know then that we can put this number in the thousands, and we add any numbers that sit in the same line here. Can you see these lines that are formed when we put them nice and neatly next to each other? These diagonal lines. So these two go together. So that's 5 and 0, which is 5. All right. And here's 6 and 1, which is 7. And then there's a 2. So you can see here, they've got the 1, the 5, the 7, and the 2. And 524 times 3 is 1,572. You can check it if you want. You could go away and do your little calculation now to check that. It's amazing. It's a bit like the grid method, but it's the grid method which just works so beautifully without having to do any actual work. Once you've made the rods, everything is done. You can do any calculation in the world, girls and boys. Hello. Any multiplication you ever need to do can be done using Napier's rods. Now, it gets a bit harder when we're multiplying by a 2-digit number, but I'm sure you can think about that because you know your place value and you're very clever. But you can think about that. Perhaps, if you have some time today, you could even try and do a 2-digit. So we have brought you these, all right? And you're hopefully now going to go away and cut them up really, really carefully. Nice and straight down the lines. Do not cut the diagonals, only down the straight lines. So you've got 10 rods, okay? 10 little strips. And then you're going to do some calculations, all right? So here's their example calculation, okay? They've got 4,896. So they got the 4, the 8, the 9, and the 6 bit, and they lined them all up, and they're multiplying it by 7, and they got it here. And they've done lots of addition, and hopefully they've found the answer. They've got a carry here. Do you see the carry? All right, so we had a 2, we had an 8 and a 5, which is 13. Okay, so we carry the 1, all right, and then we had a 6 and a 6, okay, which is a 12, so we also carry the 1, it's 14, and then we had a 3 and a 4, which is 7, and a 2, okay, so it's 34,000 272. All right, you can work this out. I want you to have a practice with these. And then the idea is today, all you got to do is see how many you can do. Choose your own numbers to multiply by 7. Then you could do some different ones. All right, there's even a little investigation at the end that you could even practice Napier's rods with. You could use Napier's rods to work them out. All right, I think this is quite interesting. It just works. It's brilliant. But you can think about why. Look at these. Look at the multiples. Look how they're sitting together. Think about how we're doing the grid method, but with rods. Look how excited Ziggy Dog is about this. Look. Hopefully, you're a little bit more excited than Ziggy. I hope that you do some great maths today, girls and boys. And I'm going to post another video tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Ta-ra!